Riverside Historic Memorial Coliseum. So something new for this team, and there's a lot of learning that's always going on with this team.
Amor step back three is no good, but this is something you're going to see all night. The size advantage of Kentucky. Tiana Key inside gets her own rebound off the miss, and tied up inside, that ball will go to Queens, but Kentucky a huge size advantage at the 3-4.
We've been seeing that game in and game out. In the last game, though, versus North Carolina in that loss, they were outscored. Points in the paint doubled up there, almost tripled up. So this is a situation where Kentucky's really got to take advantage and get back to really trying to exploit that size to their advantage.
Ford's three-pointer is no good. A foul on the interior, and that's going to be on Kamaya Ward. Look at that, great passing.
That's it, it's just recognition. You have to be able to see when there's a run and jump like that twilight type of offense where there's, or defense where there's that run and jump, someone's always open. So it's a matter of making sure that you're keeping your head up, you're seeing the floor. Great job by Claire Strack.
Christy, I know the one thing that you really like about Strack and Hassett is their ability to see over the defense. They're really good passers.
Really, you've seen lots of post players be great passers, but that's just showing you that, and that's with a W, D-A-W-G, dog, where you that's something that you're really just kind of innately born with, you know. If you do an x-ray and you take a look at the chest and you see that dog in there.
See right there, she tried to go through the lane. She thought she was fouled, no call, and Kentucky on the turnover. He's gonna drive all the way to the baseline. She's cut off. Strack will fire the 18-footer in and out. Boy, it's been a tough two games so far for Strack and Amor. Amor's got her.
Amor split two defenders the way only Georgia Amor could do. That's a turnover by any other standard. That's gutsy, really.
Yes, it was. Queens averaging 70 points a game. They have 2 here through the first 4 minutes. Long three ball is off the mark, inside, battled for, knocked out of bounds, and I think it will stay with Queens. Off the hands of Strack. Coach was saying another long three off the mark. Coach Brandt was saying they want to pull the bigs away from the basket against Kentucky. Try to get them outside so they can get some rebounds, offensive rebounds. Key right back to Amor. She's going to fire from three.
Real nice, real
right
nice.
On track, bottom.
That's really nice play there by Georgia Amor. Just reading the defense, knowing exactly what she was going to get, and then doing it on the defensive end.
Play here in the first, and Queens off to a slow start. Kentucky leads at 14. Figure out how to stay away from that. One way, she said, is trying to really pull those bigs away from the basket with her bigs coming outside, and we've seen that since Koplovich has come in especially. She's been outside the three-point arc most of the time when they're on the offensive end.
And they'll have to knock some shots down there, because if you're not going to knock shots down, there's no reason to go defend you. So if you're trying to pull the bigs out, that means you have to be a threat outside there, and you have to knock some shots down. So we'll see what they can get done.
A foul was called, and it is going to be on. Okay, it's going to be on Coleman inside. Thought they were getting ready to huddle right around the free throw line. So Amor and Coach Brooks are talking to the official that called the traveling on her and saying, what did I do? And they're kind of
Look, I love this. This
it.
conversation right here is great. She's like, no, but see what I did was, it was like this. It looked like this. She's over there showing her. No, I love it. She's like, but.
Top of it, Ashdod Israel, 1 of 2. So here's Amor, again, man-to-man pressure by Queens. And the funny thing is...
Oh, 3 seconds.
Yeah. Funny thing here, Jet told me that they would press a lot, and I don't think they've pressed yet against Kentucky.
No, not yet, but that doesn't mean that, you know, I like that idea of being able to...
Top of it, Ashdod Israel, 1 of 2. So here's Amor, again, man-to-man pressure by Queens. And the funny thing is...
Oh, 3 seconds.
Yeah. Funny thing here, Jet told me that they would press a lot, and I don't think they've pressed yet against Kentucky.
No, not yet, but that doesn't mean that, you know, I like that idea of being able to be generous a little bit, but I think that's one of those things where you think, wow, I just made a great move. You got to have some confidence to be able to knock the shot down.
Well, that was a tough shot there by Tiani Key, but she knocks it down. That is one player in Key that if you look at her and see how she plays and her ability, she could be a superstar.
Well, just sort of waiting on this really big breakout game for her, because she's got it in her, no question, and she plays hard and she plays with an edge.
Lawrence dribbling a lot, 9 seconds. Lexi Blue lets it fly, in and out. Rebound Key, up and under, no good. Strack still 2 seconds. And a foul. Boy, that's just height right there. They just went over the top.
Well, and I think what we're seeing too is a little more go get 'em from these post players here than what we saw in the North Carolina game. I think they got out hustled and out physical in that game. And
woman on each team.
I wonder if they know each other too, right? Like if they
if they played in the
international ball together,
something. Yeah. That would be cool. Oh, nice tip right there by Silva. Couldn't get the rebound, so she tips it to Lawrence. Oh my, what a shot by Lawrence as she banks it in. Wow.
That's just some real physicality there by Deja Lawrence to be able to play through that. Some strength.
To fall. She's having some problems on the left side, so she just lowered her head and went to the right side, but couldn't get it over the top of the basket. Then she fouled. Kentucky sticks to that man-to-man and knocked away by Strack. First row had it, then Strack tipped it away. And not 5 minutes after they left, Georgia Amor and Clara Strack, the two best players on the team, are already out. Right?
Already out.
In front of everybody.
Want to get up some extra shots. And really, to that end, it's, who's going to put in the work when nobody's watching? Who's going to put in the work when nobody else is in here, when nobody else is, they're off doing whatever it is they're doing. And these young ladies want to get in here. Now, honestly, to the whole team's credit, you start to see them all get in. They're all in here well in advance.
They're going to call a foul on Wade there. Amor thought she had it too. Almost went in.
Watch the drive here by Amor, and then the extra pass by Sanaya Tyler. Had that shot, but one extra pass. Amelia Hassett in the corner. Excellent shooter. She's one of those you watch in practice as well too and wonder if she's going to miss.
Yeah.
You count more misses. By Tiani Key crashing the offensive glass and then being able to go get the ball and gather herself, and instead of making a pass that would have been a turnover back out to the front, she was just patient. And Amelia Hassett, just a really heads-up smart play, cut to the basket.
Lewis, Kuptovich, she walked, another turnover. 9th turnover for Queens. There's Weaver. Kentucky stays in that man-to-man defense. Nice defense there. Is that gonna? I thought that may have gone off the leg of Amor, but they say it's Kentucky ball. So Hassett back in the game. Key will take a break with those 2 fouls. The only player with 2 fouls for Kentucky. Can't get that one to go. Kentucky's got the numbers here. Lawrence, she'll pull up and knock down the 14-foot jumper. Most productive half of the year so far for the Wildcats, if I'm not mistaken. That's a tough shot by Koplovich, but she's going to get bailed out of bounds off of the hand of Deja Lawrence. Beard shook his head at that foul. Adams misses. It's just a little stat in the game so far, Christy, but Kentucky 8 of 8 from the free throw line, just 3 of 7 for Queens. Gotta make your free throws. Second one good.
She may have gotten a little mouthy to the band when she made that from those. So that's where you depend on your leadership and on your senior leaders to really make sure that they stay plugged in. But you also want to be able to get some of these other players some minutes. And that'll happen. He'll get them some minutes, no question, later in this game.
Turnaround by Fahiri, no good. Amor smacks it out to Hassett. You saw there on that last transition that there was a foul on Kamaya Ward. That is her 4th, so the 6'2 senior's got to take a seat for Jen Brown here at the University of Kentucky. Tell you what, Mitch Barnhart hit 2 home runs when he brought in Pope and Brooks to the 2 basketball programs here at the university. Ups. Yep. Got to know where you are, but he too, a little too close to the sideline as she took that drop step to drive and stepped out of bounds.
Now we're starting to see a little pressure here. We thought we'd see a little more of this in the first half out of Queens, but we're going to see it here in the second
game.
It's a great shot. Just reading the defense.
Amor tries to counter the 3, and she does. Knocks it down from straight away.
Just a quick release, my goodness. She knew she was going to have that.
Boy, into a double team. Oh, they're going to call the foul there on.
Both playing very different conferences, obviously, so there's always something to work on. This is where, you know, there'll be things Kenny Brooks will you're going to have a 50-point win here, and there's going to be something that he's going to say, hey, we got to take a look at this. But Jen Brown's going to have plenty to look at. But then you've also got to look at things you've done well. What have you done well? I think they definitely haven't backed down. They've been physical with Kentucky.
Oh, nice jumper there by Colvin.
And I think that's what we're seeing in the second.
Another 3 ball, no good. Colvin another rebound. She's starting to own the boards. 4th rebound here in the second half. Just a little hard on that one. So Hassett with the foul. Traveling as she kind of jumped through that defensive pressure before she kicked it off to her teammate.
No, well, I mean, but I think that's how it is, you know, with coaches these days, is you're teaching. You're constantly coaching and teaching, and you're seeing moments where you can take advantage of that.
Well, I think that the interesting point, you made this earlier, is that she's going from a bit role to a starring role, you know, in a year. And so she still has a lot to learn.
And they're learning each other. I mean, I think that's the big thing too, is, you know, they're all allotting as well too with us at shoot around, is how difficult this time of year is for a student athlete playing basketball. This is, you know, it's the holidays. You take Thanksgiving break. You've got a lot going on as you get ready for finals in December. You're traveling now. You're really in the thick of it, trying to get better and improve as you're getting ready for conference play. So much is on their plate, and so much is expected of them.
And 1 of 2 for her. Cats in total control of this game. Cassidy Rowe gets it inside to Silva. Silva, couple steps and lays it up and in. Nicely done there.
Great job to be able to put the ball on the floor. Yep. At 6'7", that's not always easy to do.
Especially across the paint.
No, that's right. It's a little unexpected.
Long 3, and that's not gonna make it there.
I think this is what you're seeing, just some rushed shots by Queens in their offense. I mean, if Kentucky's playing that zone, then you've really got to try to work the ball around, looking to try to get the ball inside out, something in the middle.
Lewis just gets it away, but no good. Rebound comes off to Lexi Blue. Shot clock is off. Cassidy Rowe calls the play there. Key gives her the pick. Ooh, Key had it down the lane. Cassidy dumps it into her, 4 seconds. Key, left hand, good.
Again,
Tiani Key.
there's that physicality, her playing through it. Atmosphere or others that don't have that at all and are searching for it, and sometimes they don't even know they're looking for it. So then when they do find it and they get it, they have a real affinity, and there's no question that that translates to good things on the court. And it's hard to even really quantify that or even put that into words about what that can do for you on the court as you're trying to build something in this age of the transfer portal. That's harder and harder to do, and sometimes you really have to kind of construct that. It doesn't help.
Pass, and Acid has 2 more. Give her 19 on the night. Just 4 assists, it says, for Amor. It seems like she's got a lot more. Nice defense by Becca. They say she got her with the body. The Hitu's got 10. Her and Weaver, the 2 in double figures for the Royals. Lawrence Strack backs her way inside. They're going to say she's walked. Kind of leaned back, almost like she was sitting down in a chair and took a step. So Clara Strack takes a seat, as does Amor. Of course, Amor sits with the coaches.
They've got the green light to do that.
Yeah.
Clara Strack as well.
Call Hassett. Yeah. Moving screen.
Offensive foul on number 32, Amelia Hassett, her third and the team third. Returning for Queens number 3, Matt.
.438 on Saturday afternoon. Christy, will you be there?
I will not, no. But
Oh, that's right. You do football, but not basketball.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Just football. But this will be a big one. It's kind of the rubber match, really, when you think about this series, considering that UK women won, then football played the same day. Football, Louisville wins. So now we'll see who can get the best out of that in-state rivalry. It's big, no doubt. Big things happening with Mark Pope's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wildcats, number 11, Gabby Brooks.
Tyler, Gabby Brooks. Back to Bell. Bell, go ahead.
We talked about
Time that Silva puts that ball below her waist. She has got people on her.
Oh, goodness.
Tyler takes a spill, and Becker comes up with it for Kentucky.
gosh, that looked really
Yeah.
bad.
As she landed
Everybody
on the ball,
pops
I
up.
think it helped her.
She's got a look on her face like it hurt.
Tyler gets the screen.
The crowd doesn't like that one
Well,
at all.
I don't know about that.